Your credit report? Well, tonight a group of state attorneys general is saying the system to fix those mistakes is broken. Consumer reporter John Matarese explains why getting an error removed can be so tough, so you don't waste your money.
1 in 5 people find mistakes on their credit report every year. And while you may think you can just call up and get something wrong removed from your credit file, it's not that simple. In fact, a growing number of people are saying it can be almost impossible to get those errors corrected.
You're totally embarrassed.
Yeah.
Dick and Gail Collier say they took their good credit for granted.
You save and you're careful, and then all of a sudden, it's like, no credit? We can't get accepted for a car loan?
5 years ago, the Colliers started seeing big mistakes on their credit reports.
These are all errors.
Gail's records are meticulous. She keeps binders, spreadsheets, and subscribes to a credit reporting service.
You will hear that that's easy to do. Simply write a dispute letter. It does not work that way.
Generally, disputes are resolved by TransUnion within 30 days of receipt. However,
TransUnion will tell you the same thing. In fact, they have a video to tell you exactly how to dispute an error. And federal law mandates that all credit reporting agencies investigate any dispute.
It's a joke, the investigation that they do.
Attorney General Mike DeWine and other attorneys general across the country have started a large-scale investigation into credit report errors that plague millions of consumers.
This is a system that works real well for everybody but the consumer.
DeWine says when people find errors, the solution is supposed to be sending documentation and a dispute letter to the credit reporting agencies. But it turns out that documentation doesn't make it to the credit bureaus because often their investigators are in a foreign country who are looking through as many as 90 of these in a day.
The lobbying group that represents the big 3 credit bureaus would not confirm an attorney's general investigation and would not comment for our report.
We've had people who can't buy a house, they can't buy a car, and they keep telling the reporting agency what the facts are, and they keep getting jerked around.
It hasn't worked well for the Colliers. They had to turn to the AG's office for help, and the mistakes were fixed, or so they thought.
Within 6 weeks of those changes, changed right back to the wrong dates.
So the fight continues.
Bottom line, check your credit report with the 3 credit bureaus every year. It's free. And as soon as you find an error, start writing letters to get it corrected, because you'll want that mistake gone the next time you apply for a loan. And that way you don't waste your money. I'm John Matarese.
Great information. If you can't get an error corrected in 60 days, you should contact the Florida Attorney General's office and file an official complaint.
Now to a consumer